Hi guys, how are you all doing? Welcome to the channel. This is the Tennis World with the Tennis Expert. I am your tennis expert. What I want to do is I want to preview the semi-finals, Australian Open semi-finals 2024. But first, let's go through and take a quick look at what happened in the quarterfinals and how my predictions went. So I said Djokovic would beat Fritz in 4 sets. That's what happened. Too consistent at the baseline, out rallied, too good returns, forcing Fritz into rallies. But I got the prediction right. The other one was Medvedev Hurkacz. I predicted Medvedev in 5. That's what happened. I just felt like, yes, Medvedev wasn't playing well. Yes, Hurkacz was. Yes, the matchup is great. Hurkacz has won the head-to-head 3-2. But I just felt like best of 5 against Medvedev with all his consistency. And on his best courts, outdoor hard court, it would be tough. And Medvedev, with the experience, would just find a way to get out of this. And he did in the 5th set. I said Sinner would beat Rublev in 4. It was straight sets, but Rublev was up 5-1 in a tiebreaker. So a couple of points away from winning a set, but I thought it'd be like 3 or 4, probably 4. Close to 4, but 3 sets. So my predictions, I'm almost getting right to the set. And then the last one, the shock that we all got wrong. 4 sets. Alexander Zverev over Carlos Alcaraz. What a shock, guys. What a shock. Basically, Zverev just served huge, attacked, shortened the point, said, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to overpower you. I'm going to rush you. I'm never going to let you have any rhythm. I'm not going to let you get in a rally. You're always going to be rushed and pressured and all of that. So, like, that's what happened. And it became about who can go for it first and who can hit the winner first. And Zverev said, if you don't and you try to get in a rally, you'll just be on the back foot and I'll overpower you and I'll finish the point. So you're going to have to hit a winner before I do. And when Alcaraz tried to do that, he hit errors. When he tried to be patient, Zverev just got control. Zverev served huge, attacked on the return of serve, and he just overpowered Alcaraz. And when Alcaraz tried to match the power and try to hit a winner on the first shot to get a winner in before Zverev did, then it was an error mostly. But in the 3rd and 4th set, Zverev level cooled off, made more errors, wasn't going as close to the line. Alcaraz got him more rallies, pushed him around, exposed the lack of movement. Won the 3rd set, got him 4-all in the 4th. Zverev looked tired and exhausted and like he couldn't maintain the level and was really about to fall off. And then in 4-all, Alcaraz hits a whole bunch of errors, gives away the serve, and Zverev serves it out, and that's it. So there you go, guys. There you go. So let's look at the semi-finals. This is your 2024 Australian Open semi-final preview of the Tennis World with the Tennis Expert. So let's get into it. First semi-final will be Djokovic Sinner. Sinner's not lost a set here. He looks on fire. He's playing very, very well. And then when you consider his history, Djokovic, you had a big problem with him. But when you consider Sinner beat Djokovic 2 of the last 3 times in November, December, end of last year, so that's his level, like, against Djokovic recently. And then if you look, you've also, that's how they play against each other. But recently, he's done well, 2 of the last 3. When you look at how Sinner is playing right now, in this tournament on this surface where the match is going to take place, he's the only guy to not drop a set. So whether you look at his recent matches against Djokovic for that particular matchup, it's good. When you look at his matches in this tournament on this surface as of right now, only one not losing a set. Djokovic has lost 3 sets and there have been 4 sets and they were very close to 5 sets, all of them. I just think you could say Sinner's playing better right now. And you could say Sinner played better in their last 3 matches too. But then Djokovic always finds a way, like when things are against him, to win. And it's hard to bet against Djokovic in these big Grand Slam semi-finals. He always steps up. It always brings the best out of him. And that's even more so at his best Grand Slam, the Australian Open. He's going to know that his level so far is not good enough to beat Sinner. Um, and Sinner's playing better than him right now, and he's going to know Sinner won 2 of the last 3, right? So I do think Djokovic does step it up and meets the challenge, but I think Sinner does it too. There's been a couple of periods against Khachanov. Second set, Sinner went to sleep. Djokovic would take advantage. Down 5-1 in the tiebreak against Rublev. Djokovic would be all over that. So definitely Djokovic will get sets. Definitely Sinner will get the set. I think this goes 5. And I'm really torn who to predict, right? Like mentally, I just think Djokovic is going to really want it. Has all this confidence at the Australian Open. He's so hard to beat here, and he just steps up for these occasions. But then Sinner also is going to feel confident, not losing a set, and he's going to feel like he's got confidence even against Djokovic, one of 2 of the last 3. I'm going to say Sinner in 5 sets. I like the Hurkacz Medvedev match. Like I'm about 51% for Sinner and 49 for Djokovic. Maybe I'd say even 50.5% for Sinner and 49.5 for Djokovic. Most of the time in this situation where it seemed like Djokovic wouldn't win and I betted against him, I was wrong. So there's a great chance I'm going to be wrong. But I just think if ever there's a chance Djokovic would lose, it's Sinner the way he's playing now in this tournament and the way he's won 2 of the last 3 against Djokovic. The only thing that concerns me is the one match that Djokovic did win in the last 3 was the most important. A final of the World Tour Finals, the 5th biggest tournament behind the Grand Slams in the final. The semi-final of the Grand Slams about on that level, and Sinner lost that in straight sets. So it was the big occasion, 5th biggest tournament of the year, the final against Djokovic. He couldn't handle the pressure. Semi-final of the Grand Slam, that could be the case for Sinner. And the pressure could get to him, in which case Djokovic runs all over him. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be 5. Djokovic could be quite tired, but I just going to give Sinner with the fresher legs, the younger age, the win, his form, his record against Djokovic. But like I said, the one in the 3 that Djokovic won was the biggest, and it wasn't even close. Sinner was nervous. Too big of occasion. Final of the World Tour Finals. He doesn't show up. Semi-final of a Grand Slam against Djokovic at his best Grand Slam. The same thing could very well happen. But then Djokovic struggling in a lot of matches and Sinner on fire and Sinner winning 2 of their last 3. It could also go for Sinner. I'm really torn here. I feel like it's a 5th set. I'm just going to go because like the confidence he's on right now, the belief against Djokovic, but I'm not surprised at all. This is like a flip of a coin. I'm literally throwing a coin on the table. It could fall either way. But I'm really tempted to say, just after all Djokovic has done at the Australian Open, that he's going to find a way. But I just think the form is too much better for Sinner, and then the fact that there's belief against Djokovic in the last 3 matches. I'm going Sinner in 5. I think he's going to overpower Djokovic. He's got a bigger serve. He's got more power on the ground strokes. He's going to get control of the rally. And he's just going to overpower Djokovic and stand in the middle while Djokovic is running. But Djokovic is key to victory. He gets a lot of Sinner's big serves back deep, forces him to rallies, and then he's able to move Sinner around and put him on the defense, right? And force Sinner to maybe the biggest weakness in his game when he's moving. But it's hard to make the guy move because he's got a huge serve and power on the ground strokes. So he's putting you on the defense of his power. But Djokovic has the best chance than anyone with a great return of serve to take the serve away, get it deep, and then in the rallies move the big guy around, expose his lack of movement. And then Sinner doesn't want to be bossed around or out rallied. He needs to finish the point and he doesn't want to be on defense. So now suddenly he goes for more power near the line to get past Djokovic, and he makes errors. That's Djokovic's way. Sinner way, if he serves huge, with the ground strokes, has more power on them and controls more of the rallies. But 5 sets, Sinner just playing too good, has belief against Djokovic, but not surprised at all. 5 sets is the most likely thing. The winner could be anyone, but I have to say someone, so I'm going Sinner. The other one, Medvedev, Zverev, I'm going to say Medvedev in 4 sets. I just think like Zverev, the tough battle against Norrie, and then now this tough 4 sets against Alcaraz late at night, it's going to be like too much for him to do it again. And Medvedev's just going to get all his serves back, force him into rallies, move him around, out rally him, and Zverev won't have the energy. And Medvedev's going to move him around, out rally, and expose his lack of movement. He'll be too tired to move. And then as a result, Zverev's going to have to go for more power near the line to get past Medvedev's defense and then end up missing. And he's going to be tired. He's going to want to shorten the points. Medvedev won't allow it because he won't make any mistakes. He'll get everything back. He'll play great defense. And Zverev will be desperate to finish the point. But without any free points and with Medvedev being so fast, he's going to have to go for a huge amount of power near the line to finish points because he's tired, and it's going to be hard to do because Medvedev is going to be saying, I'll run everything down. These points are going to go forever. It's going to require so much energy. It's so exhausting, and Zverev's tired. He doesn't want that. He bows out of the point, goes for power near the line in desperation to end the point, and makes too many errors. And then when he pulls off and be more defensive, he's just in these long grinding rallies. He's tired. He's been moved around. Medvedev's exposing the lack of movement and defense and tiring him out. And then when he doesn't want that again, he needs to shorten the point. Medvedev's a nightmare when you want to shorten the point. He doesn't make errors. He runs everything down. So Rev goes for all his power near the line and makes errors. Or if he's out rallied, I'm going to say 4 sets to Medvedev. And the big thing, the serve of Zverev, Medvedev returns that, forcing him into rallies, moves him around, out rallies him, and then Zverev goes for all the power on the line, desperate to shorten points, makes errors. But one of those sets, Zverev connects with the serve, the power game, and just overpowers Medvedev. But the rest of the time, Medvedev's getting the serve back, running down balls, making no mistakes, extending the rallies, moving them around, tiring him out, and Zverev bails out of the point by going for too much power near the line, misses. So 4 sets for Medvedev, and the other one, 5 sets for Sinner over Djokovic. He just, with the serve and the power game and more power than Djokovic on the forehand backhand, he's just in the rallies, the one in control, standing in the middle, overpowering Djokovic, and then start the point ahead with his serve. But Djokovic at times with the return gets it deep, forces him into rallies, moves him around, exposes his lack of movement in those rallies. But in the end, I think Sinner just has too much power with the better serve, controlling the points, and being patient, waiting 4 or 5, 6, 7 shots, moving Djokovic around until eventually gets it past Djokovic's defense. If he doesn't have the patience, he makes errors, Djokovic wins. But if he does, he's willing to wait 5, 7, 10 shots and just control all these rallies with controlled aggression and patience. He's in long rallies and he's in control. He's patient. He's overpowering Djokovic. He's the one standing in the middle and controlling all the rallies. Djokovic is on defense, and he's willing to wait as long as it takes to get past Djokovic's defense. If he does that, he wins. I'm saying he will. So 5 sets, Sinner over Djokovic, 4 sets, Medvedev over Zverev, and we're going to have a Medvedev Sinner final. But again, it could well be a Djokovic Medvedev final. But I'm saying 5 sets, Sinner over Djokovic, and 4 sets, Medvedev over Zverev. And come back for my final preview in a couple of days, Friday, Saturday, depending on where you are. I'll be previewing this Australian Open final in 2 days' time. Come back for that. I'm saying it's going to be a Medvedev Sinner final, but it could well be a Medvedev Djokovic final. So come back in 2 days and let me preview this Australian Open final, this Grand Slam final for you. But don't forget to subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. But please be back in 2 days for my Australian Open final preview. That's my video for today. Bye for now, guys, and thanks for being with me. Bye, guys. Thanks for being with me, and don't forget to subscribe and come back in 2 days for my Australian Open final preview. Bye for now.